Hello. The new month means a new theme. So we are befriending our hips and getting to know them a little bit. So I find that hip work or hip release can sometimes be a lot harder than any core work or anything else that you can encounter in a yoga class. And that's because hips, they don't necessarily need to be equally tight. So we've got four parts or four compartments of the hips. So the front, so hip flexors, then you've got the back, so like hamstrings, got the external parts, so they're rotators, and then we've got the inner thighs. So we can experience tightness or tension in the pelvis or in this area totally differently to what we might expect to happen. So the key is to move with awareness and tune into the finer sensations that you're experiencing and really connect with your breath. So keeping a light ujjayi or just breathing deeply can help you unlock and release some of the tension in the hips. So before we move any further, find a comfortable position where you can settle. Close your eyes and allow yourself to be. Notice your physical body. Connect to your pelvic area and the pelvic floor. Lift your torso up from the hips, keeping the spine long, your shoulders relaxed. Check in with your energy levels, your mood. Grow still whilst observing your breath moving through the body. Notice what becomes apparent. Can you sense any discomfort, tension, tightness, density? Become aware of all that's there, in particular in your pelvis, the front of your hip, the back of your hip, the outer part and the inner part. Relax through the legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to draw your lower belly in. Then breathing in, keep some of that toning action. Exhaling, squeeze a little bit more. Breathing in, keep the engagement. 3 more rounds like this. And then we'll move into Kapalabhati. Feel free to switch the cross of the legs. So take a deep inhale together. Slow exhale. Squeeze your belly. Then half an inhale and you pump the air out. You know what to do. Release, breathe naturally. Observe what's present. And feel that deep connection with your pelvis, with the hips, with your groins, the entire area. So you're going to do 2 more rounds, 36 Kapalabhati breaths. If pumping the air too fast makes you feel dizzy, then you can slow it right down. Remember, every day is different and it's a very powerful breathing technique. So let's do it. Release. And 1 more round whenever you're ready. And breathe. Feel your body. Then open your eyes. Stay in cross-legged position. Bring your right arm out. Stay with the palm down and the fingertips. And then inhale your left arm over your head. So keep the body rotating out. And then as you exhale, lean to the side. So instead of folding over the leg, we want to find a deep side stretch. Perhaps you look towards the right hand, wherever it feels good for the neck. Keep reaching your right arm out. And push down through the left hand to root. So through the right hand to root down through the left hip. And then as you inhale, bring yourself to the center, go to the other side. So settle, notice what's going on in the other side of the body, and then lean. Squeeze your belly. Strong energy line all the way from the right hip to the fingertips. Reach out a little bit more. And inhale, bring yourself to the center. Extend your legs out. Check how your quadriceps are feeling, so the front of your thighs. Settle so that your pelvis is tilting forward. So you don't want to have rounded back, but actually keep pushing it forward. You know what's coming. Point your feet, turn towards your left leg, squeeze your belly, long spine, and as you inhale, lift it up. Keep pushing the fingertips down. Breathe. All is good. And exhale, bring it down. You can give it a nice little rub. I could really feel it. Turn towards the other leg. Brace your core. And then inhale, lift the leg up. Just for a couple of breaths, connect to your deep pelvis as though you're inserting the femur bone into the hip socket. Bring it down. Give it a nice little rub. Thank your legs for being so strong. Back to the other leg. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Whoa. Just shake it out if you need to. Turning towards the opposite leg. Without thinking too much. Inhale, lift it up. And bring it down. Give it a nice little shake. Do what it feels. Feels good. And then bring your legs towards you, soles of the feet together. You can either grab hold of your feet or your ankles, whatever you prefer. Keep tilting the hips forward and then flutter your knees up and down just to release tension. You can gently engage your pelvic floor. So then holding on to wherever you can, you gently press the elbows down whilst squeezing the knees up. So this way we are eccentrically contracting the muscles to help the deeper release. So keep squeezing the knees together whilst pushing the elbows down. Breathe. All is good. Just a little bit more. Keep squeezing. And then release your arms whilst bringing the knees closer down. It might not look like anything has happened. Might not even feel like anything has happened. But that helps to deeply unlock any tension in the hips. So long spine, an equanimous mind. It doesn't matter how deep you go. Just a couple of breaths here. And then lean back, bring the legs up, give them a nice squeeze just for a moment, and we're back to Upavishta Konasana shape. So, pelvis tilted forward, your quads are engaged to help the hamstrings to stretch out. Turn towards the left leg, inhale your arms up, and as you exhale, lean towards the left foot. Make sure that your both sitting bones are rooted. You can bring the hands down, grab hold of the foot, and breathe. Notice where you can feel the stretch, keeping your belly engaged. And then inhale back to the center. Turn towards the right leg, root down through the hips. Inhale your arms up, and as you exhale, lean. So notice how this side is feeling. The foot or the leg may feel more or less accessible. Remind yourself it's not about how deeply you go, but your awareness of the pose, your awareness of your breath and your body. Draw your belly in to fold a bit deeper. And as you inhale, bring yourself back to the center. So last but not least, coming into Upavishta Konasana, feet are flexed. Lift up from the hips. Inhale your arms up. And as you exhale, lead with your chest as you fold in between the legs. Your arms land wherever they wanna, regardless of how deep or how high you are. Keep drawing the lower belly in, so that's your Uddiyana Bandha. The top of your thighs is engaged. You press the back of the knees into the mat. Feet are flat. Broaden through the collarbones. And breathe. Allow yourself to settle into the pose. Feel all the sensations. If anything feels intense, breathe deeply into this area and try to soften. As you inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Manually bring the legs back and transition over onto all fours. Hips stay over the knees. You walk your hands out for Anahatasana, puppy pose. So drop your forehead or your chin and chest down. Gently tuck your tailbone under. Perhaps you want to spread the arms, the hands a bit wider. Hook the back of your shoulder blades against your ribs. And then when you're ready, walk your hands in towards the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in, and push yourself back up into all fours. Come into child's pose with the knees together, and then lift up from the hips and fold your torso over the left thigh. So it doesn't feel comfortable, but there's a reason for this madness. So it helps to find deeper contraction and compression on your internal organs. And it stretches out the right side of the body slightly more deeply. So bring the hands out. Your right hand is slightly in front of the left. You can drop the forehead down to the mat if you can reach. Don't worry if not. Keep drawing the belly in. Walk your right fingertips a little bit forward so you can feel the stretch. So in the tricep area, through the armpit, even beyond. As you inhale, slowly bring yourself to the center. We go the other way. So I'll show you from an angle here. So fold over the right thigh. Extend your arms so you can really feel this area around the shoulder blade. Sink your hips low. Walk your left fingertips forward. And breathe, finding ease and contentment being exactly where you are. Not trying to make anything happen, just simply connect. And inhale slowly, bring yourself back to the center. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Pedal your feet if you need to. Find some little movement. And notice what's happening in your hips. Then settle in your down dog. So press strongly down through the fingertips. Bend your legs so you can lift the hips up. And then focus on melting the heels down. It's a beautiful hamstring stretch. Draw your lower belly in. So now spread your feet a little bit wider and grab hold of the outer edges of your sticky mat. So once you've got it, you're holding onto it firmly. You can walk the feet out and you draw the top of your head down towards the mat. So opening through the shoulders, through the chest, slightly more deeply. And then bring yourself back into a regular downward dog. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your legs if you need to. And relax. You can sashay your hips. Notice what's going on. You can bend one leg and straighten the other. Same principle as in downward dog. Tip your weight onto the balls of your feet and notice how that targets the belly of your hamstrings. And then inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. And one vertebra at a time, slowly roll yourself up. Your head comes last. Find your Tadasana, roll the shoulders back and down. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Grab hold of your right wrist and staying exactly as you are, rooting down through the feet, you lean to the left. So you want to slide the right shoulder down whilst pulling on the right wrist. Belly's engaged. Inhale back to the center, the other side. Inhale to the center. As you exhale through Anjali Mudra, you fold over the legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, step into down dog. So you inhale, step your right foot between the hands. Drop the back heel down. 45 degrees out. As you inhale, warrior one, sweep your arms over the head. As you exhale, find warrior two, heel arch alignment. Sink low, extend your arms. And as you inhale, windmill the arms down. And exhale into down dog or plank. So hold it here, finding the strength in the arms. Engagement in the hips and the pelvic floor, lifting your body up. Take another inhale here. And exhale, find your version of Chaturanga. Come down onto your belly. Inhale into Cobra. And exhale into Down Dog. Inhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Exhale, right foot 45 degrees out. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Weight is in the front leg. Settle for a moment. And then inhale, windmill your hands down. Exhale, plank and Chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale into down dog. Step, walk or jump your feet towards your hands. And exhale, come into a fold. Inhale, rise up, extend mountain. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, extended. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale into down dog. So this time shift the weight onto the left foot. Inhale your right leg up. And then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Drop the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the right forearm over the thigh. If you want to use a block, or bring the right hand by the inner right foot. Stay with the left arm extended, or if you want to, you can thread it behind your lower back to rest it on top of the thigh. So sink low, keep pushing the knee and the arms together. Feel that openness happening in your hips. The sweet release through movement. Then gently release the bind. Step back into plank or down dog. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg up, reach as high as you can, and exhale, step the foot between the hands. Drop the back heel, inhale, warrior one, mind your balance. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lower your left arm down. And exhale, perhaps you want to slide the right hand the inner thigh. So now you can see what's happening in my upper back with that hand. Sink your hips low, keep pushing the feet into the mat. Inhale, gently release, frame the front foot. And exhale, plank, chaturanga. Back bend, inhale. And exhale into down dog. Inhale your right leg up. And exhale, bend your right leg and roll the hip out. Keep reaching the right knee up. Your right foot is relaxed. See how far you can open through the right hip. Notice what's present. Your left thigh is engaged. Inhale back to three-legged dog. And exhale, step the right foot outside of the right hand for lizard. Drop the left knee down. Open through the chest. So keep squeezing the right knee towards the arm. And stay here. Use blocks if you need to. Whatever can help you find a deeper release in the hips. Perhaps if you want to, you can lower down onto the mat, onto the blocks. Listen to your body. Connect with your breath and use it to monitor if you've gone deep enough, or perhaps you need to back out a little bit. And then now, if you want to, you can tuck your back toes, engage through the back leg and lift the left knee up. Your belly is engaged. Spine is long and you tilt forward and back. Just a few times. You can always stay with the knee down. It's perfectly fine. Then drop the back knee down. Inhale. Stay on the hands and step back into plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, open chest. Exhale, down dog. The other side. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, bend it. Roll your hip open. Keep pushing evenly through the hands. Notice where you can feel engagement here. Squeeze your glutes. As you breathe in, invite spaciousness. Breathing in back to three-legged dog. And as you exhale, slowly step the foot outside of the left hand. Slowly descend your right knee. Broad collarbones. Or shoulder bones today. Let's call collarbones shoulder bones. It sounds nice. Notice how this hip is feeling. You know, sometimes we have, some finger longer than the other. Can be the same with the legs. We stand differently, sit in the chair, crossing always one leg over the other. And it all becomes apparent when you start working with the hips. If you're happy here, then stay. If you've got a bit more juice, come down onto your forearms. Deep, easy inhalations. Slow releasing exhalations. Notice what emotions are running through you. What thoughts are speeding through your head. Then perhaps you tuck your back toes, push down through the forearms, use them to your advantage as you lift the back knee up. Shift forward and back from side to side, wherever you can find release. Stay with your breath. And then drop the back knee down. Push yourself back up. Step back into plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. So now spin on the feet. So you're facing the long edge of your mat. What's important here is that you keep both feet planted as we come into Skandasana, or the fan pose. So it doesn't matter how low you go. If you're here, where you've got the feet down, it's perfect. Use the hands, use the blocks to help you descend, opening through the inner part of the thighs. Feet are engaged. And then slowly transition to the other side. Spend a couple of breaths here. And then inhale, back there. With the next breath, transition over to the other side. And just move a few times from side to side, finding that deep release through discomfort perhaps, but through movement. Just one more time to the other side. Make sure that you're even out. And then bring your hips up. Heel toe your feet together. Feet are 45 degrees out. Have your block ready if you need to. And then sink your hips down. So knees are facing the same way as your feet. So it's not... there isn't any unnecessary rotation in the knee joint, which doesn't like it. Push the elbows into the sides of your legs, hands at your heart. You can stay with your heels down. If your Achilles tendon is quite short, can you sit on the block or stay here? Malasana, garland pose. And like we did in a Baddha Konasana, keep squeezing the knees together and push the elbows into them. Notice what's present. Feel your breath. Just a little bit more. Keep an equanimous mind. And then as you inhale, lift your hips up. You can heel toe your feet slightly out and lift up. Oh, it feels nice to stretch through the front of the hips now. Bring the hands on your hips to a power pose. Push your chest forward and breathe. Smile like a superhero you are. Ready to slay the day. Okay, so feet 45 degrees out. We want to push the hips forward. As you bend the legs, sink the hips low for Maha Malasana, or the goddess pose. So keep pushing the hips forward. Tuck your tailbone under, you will instantly feel it. And stay with the hands on your hips, or thumbs are in the inner part of the legs. Push down strongly through the hands. And then roll your right shoulder in. And come back. Then bow the left shoulder. Inhale. exhale. Inhale. Sink your hips low. Just a few more times. Inhale, rise up, straighten the legs, and come to the top of the mat. Relax your arms. Close your eyelids and tune into the space of your pelvis. Becoming aware of all the thoughts, all the emotions that come with the unlocking of this area. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms over the head. And exhale, come into a fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale into down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bend and roll the hip out. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, drop the right hand down and find your version of extended side angle with or without the bind. Breathe. Inhale, release the arm and bring the hand down. We can shimmy your left foot back to drop down, walk the right foot out to find your version of the lizard pose. If you feel particularly open and you're already down, you can bring the shoulder underneath the calf like a backpack. Then bring yourself back up and transition so that you're facing the long edge of the mat. So it doesn't have to be particularly graceful. Heel toe your feet out, 45 degrees out. Sink into Malasana. Hands at your heart, squeeze the legs together. Breathe, all is good. Bring the right hand down. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, right arm goes up. And then switch. Finding the grounding through the legs, through the hips down. Lightness and openness through the upper body. Working with your breath. When you've done it on the left side, just sink your hands to your heart and then inhale, rise up to standing. Quick goddess pose. Sink your hips low. Push the hips forward. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sink. Perhaps you want to bring your hands into Gaian Mudra. Arms into a cactus shape. Sink your hips low and inhale, rise up. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale into down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend it and open through that hip. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Prepare for warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sink low. Find your half bind if you wish. Spend a couple of breaths tuning into your pelvis. Belly is engaged. Then unravel. Bring the hands down. Heel toe, your left foot out. Find your version of the lizard pose. Don't push it. Listen to your body. You can either stay here or you can lift the left heel and wiggle your left shoulder underneath. So we're wearing it like a backpack. A very awkward backpack, actually. And inhale back to the center. Tuck your back toes. And then we spin to the long edge of the mat. Just gonna turn around. Heel toe your feet together. Drop down for Malasana. Not gonna stay here long. Hands at your heart. Deep breath in. And out. As you inhale, rise up. Extend your arms over the head. And as you exhale, sink into goddess. Bring the hands to your belly button. And feel what's going on. Connect to yourself. Inhale, straighten the legs and arms up. And exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, come into a fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale into down dog. So inhale your right leg up. And exhale, bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Left foot is underneath a left hip. So shimmy your leg all the way back. Move from side to side, preparing for pigeon. Look over the left shoulder to make sure that the left leg is straight. And settle. Sink. Keep your belly gently toned. Stay in the fingertips, perhaps opening through the chest. If you want to, you can extend your arms. Then bring the thumbs to the back of your neck. And then surrender. Coming down to your forearms. Can slide something underneath the right hip, like a cushion, block, whatever, to keep it up if it feels quite tender. Otherwise, stay and breathe. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. So releasing all of the emotions, the frustrations, disappointments, any feelings of boredom. Whatever there is that's weighing you down or has been, just let it go. The next inhale, walk your hands closer in, push yourself back up, slide onto the right bum cheek so you can sweep the left leg over. So left foot goes over the right knee, shins and calves are stacked. Feel free to slide the block here to switch that hip off. So it will, over time or even during this pose, It will release a little bit and it may come down all the way to the foot. It may not. You know, hips are tricky. But also hips don't lie. So if it feels too intense, definitely slide the block in. Tilt your pelvis forward, open through the chest. Knowing all is good, close your eyes. Breathe smoothly, calmly. So manifesting and embodying those qualities. Then gently, manually bring the left leg down and unravel, bringing your right leg behind you. So I'll show you from this angle. So from here, come to the side so you can manually put yourself into pigeon on the other side. Look over the shoulder, make sure the leg is straight, and have a little wiggle. How does this hip feel? Where can you feel it? Which part exactly? Because you can just say, oh, the hip, but is it the front, the back, the outer, the inner part? Maybe it's a little bit of this, a tiny bit of that. So settle to tune into the finer sensations. Push yourself up, the fingertips, engage your core. Perhaps you want to lift the arms up and rest the thumbs in the back of your neck or your upper back. Lift your chest up. All is good. And then slowly come down onto your forearms. Feel the weight of your forehead dropping into the mat, soothing you and calming. Soften any gross sensations with your breath. Try not to run away from them, but actually observe them with childlike curiosity. Deep and calm breathing, staying present, staying in the moment. As you next breathe in, push yourself up, slide onto the left bum cheek so you can bring the right leg over for Agni Sambhasana. Both feet are flexed. Check that there's a nice triangle formed with your legs. Lift your crown of the head. Close your eyes and breathe, opening yourself up to the beauty of the present moment, where everything's okay. We've got everything you need. Breathing out any tension, any tightness. And gently come into a cross-legged position for a short meditation before Shavasana. Prop your hips up if you need to. That's all spine. Close your eyes and bring the hands into your belly, even like the pelvis. And say quietly in your head, reveal to me my true emotions. So hips and the muscles supporting the hips and the pelvis are known to be emotional muscles. So any confrontations, any upsets, frustrations that we experience, any moments we encounter where things don't go exactly our way, then we react with tightness or contraction of those muscles. So then when you release them, there can be all sorts of things coming to the surface. So by give yourself permission to reveal to yourself, no one else, your true emotions. Just breathe. And perhaps you notice a sense of ease in your hips now. Just sitting cross-legged seems a bit more accessible. Just 3 more rounds of breath here. You can release the arms if you wish. And keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft, slowly make your way onto your back. You can draw the knees in if that feels good. Anything that feels appropriate. Then extend your arms and legs out for final well-deserved relaxation pose. Shavasana. Let go of any engagement through the body. Feel the prana, the life force circulating through the body. Note if any areas still feel tight or you're holding on to something. Take a deep breath in and choose to let it go. Stay with your breath. Let go of your ujjayi. Soften your forehead, your temples, your cheeks, your mouth. Allow your tongue to fall away from your teeth. Your eyeballs are sinking more deeply into the sockets. can stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready, and begin to move your fingers, your toes. And come into a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed. Enjoying a sense of freedom throughout the body, your hips, perhaps even your mind. Maybe the tight grip of emotions or any tightness in your body has been released and let go. Bring the hands over your heart and gently bow your head, thanking yourself, thanking your body, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for all that you've got in your life. And let's close the practice with one round of Om. So take a deep, long breath in. Allow the vibrations to wash over you, savoring this moment. Softly open your eyes. Thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste. I hope you've managed to unlock your hips and release some tightness, tension, anything you've been holding on to, and that you're excited to start your journey of befriending your hips. So let me know what you think, and I hope to see you again soon. Mwah.